How's it going, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. So I know I only gave you guys like a 5-minute notice. So welcome, those of you who just happened to be on the old YouTuber Twitch. How's it going, Hisselhoff? Welcome. Today I actually had an interesting stream idea that I wanted to do last time, but I messed it up. Sorry, you see that I'm logged out for an activity that just looks so unprofessional. Hang on. So I had an idea for a stream idea where I would respond to comments on the YouTube while you guys would sit here and we chit-chat about them, some of the comments. How's it going, Rusted? This might sound like a dumb idea, and I'm fully aware that it could be, but I also think it might be neat. You never know. What do you guys think about seeing some comments live? I also had a very interesting exchange with a viewer, and they might be here, where they actually sent me a package to potentially give out to you guys as like another giveaway winner. And I also kind of want to show you the photo I have. So the 3 giveaway winners who have lived abroad have all, the 3 giveaway winners who all chose an item all live abroad. So only one so far actually has their item, but it was actually really cool. Let's see if I can figure out how to share this to my computer. Turn down the music. Yes, my game volume is also exceptionally high. So on Xbox, your actual volume is not changed until you load into the game. So when I disconnect, unfortunately, the game volume is all different. This is my actual normal game volume. This is the photo of the mug that they got. This was one of the giveaways. What's so funny is this. So this is how it looks originally. This is a terrible angle. Hang on. If I was smart, I could just figure out how to. So this was the original photo, right? Where they're like, hey, the thing came in today. Thanks. It looks neat. And I was like, did you put some heat in it? And then, bam! It goes from that to this. There we go. Look at that. Tell me that's not infinitely better. So I thought that was real neat that finally somebody has gotten one of my things. One of you guys sent me some things. So I don't know if I want to make that a dedicated video. Maybe we'll do it here. But I thought that was interesting too. Dave says, hello, Jake. How are you? I am doing good, Jake. I watch your Golden Vendor videos every week on the way to work. I'm glad they're helpful. I hope they're helpful. You didn't say they were or weren't, so I shouldn't assume. Because some weeks, I feel a little silly when I make recommendations for Golden Vendor stuff. So let me see if I can get this intermission box set up. Let me close all the suspicious windows of photos I don't want you guys to see. Just kidding. There we go. Boom. Let me slide this over. How clear is this as a picture? Can you guys read this okay if you're on mobile? I have it big on my computer, so I can make it bigger too, but it's hard for me to know. So these are all the comments that I get. These are mentions too, but these are when people tag me in a video. So you can see Paradox ESO, the homie, is our video collab. And he's just giving me a shout out in one of his videos. Is every comment I have yet to respond to. How does this look on your guys' screen? Is this big-ish? And I'll read them out loud too, so you guys, if you're listening, and there's a comment, I can read it out also. It won't be. But how does this size look? I can make it bigger. It's not a problem. I just need a general idea from you guys, size-wise, what you think. What do you think? Thoughts? Bigger? Fine? Small? Good? Gucci? Not Gucci? No pressure. Yeah, these are all the comments that I have. And these are the ones that are held for review. This is when somebody, so you can see this one was marked as likely spam. And it says, you spent too much time randomly talking about irrelevant stuff. Can you remember that for the next video, please? The biggest problem on YouTube is people putting videos up and going off topic for minutes on end. Please focus on the topic for your viewers. So this was marked as likely spam. I actually don't know why that was picked as spam, but that's kind of funny. Let me make it bigger here for you. The only thing is you're not going to be able to see exactly which, so the area to the right is the, what's the word I'm looking for? You see which video was added onto. So this one was put on the mounts video, which is actually a little crazy because, like, I mean, I don't know. I felt like that video was pretty on topic. I mean, hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. So when you have a comment that's held for review like this, you can see that I have this approve, remove, report, or I can hide the user from the channel. I always approve them. I mean, but sometimes if you do that, YouTube will actually remark them as spam. So let's see if it remarks them. Sometimes if it does that, I have to actually go in and change the filters on that specific video to be very light. Because I don't like people's comments to be deleted. I don't want it to just be this, comment. I don't want every comment does not have to be positive. Smaller, please. Gosh dang it, Raymond. Hang on, let me make it a little smaller. I thought we were just finding our equilibrium here. How do we feel about this? What do we think? Yay, nay? How does this look? How does it look? Is this good, Raymond? And is it good, Mad Knight? And Hisselhoff and everybody? Dave? Bigger, please. Alright, so make it a little bigger. Hold up. Just we can cut out the icons. You don't have to necessarily see people's icons. How's this? Obviously, we could scroll up and down, too. I'm, like, half scrolled. Actually, wait, no, I'm not. Hang on, let me make sure this is scrolled like this so you guys can actually see the ones that I'm looking at. Medium, larger. Any drops now this time? Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I still feel so embarrassed that last time. I got so many views too. I felt so guilty that they turned the stuff on. I can also, so if you guys don't want to see the chat necessarily, this is way bigger. I can make this real big also. What about this? How about this? You're not gonna be able to. So YouTube is not gonna be able to see, Twitch chat. Twitch chat's not gonna be able to see YouTube. So you guys are just gonna have to imagine that each other one of you is there, and pretend that you guys are all happy and saying nice things. But is this better, or do you prefer so this is the intermission window. Or do you guys prefer the live scene window? So intermission, live stream. What's the preference? What is with the other window that combined it? What do you mean by that? So this is just, I have different like presets. This is the preset where it's just, like I have this on my Xbox. Black one was good. So you like the intermission channel, this one? Hi, Twitch chat. Well, they're not going to be able to see you, 47th. We're switching windows. So you guys, which one? I have no preference. It's up to you. We can always get started, too. It doesn't... You don't have to sit and wait. So, sorry, I'm about to butcher your name. There's the second part of their name is Pony. I can pronounce that word. just asking, but how does stream drops for ESO work? So the developers will turn them on, and then Twitch will give them out to people who have their ESO account linked and their Twitch account linked. Generally, all you have to do is just watch any content creator playing ESO. They can be some Joe Schmo, they could be Deltia's Gaming, and anyone in between. So we will do this chat. I also wonder too, so let's say for example I reply to this. You guys can see this pretty clearly, right? Yep, that looks pretty good. Oh, Evie's coming over too. So this way if I actually click to respond to something, you guys can actually see it. So this is what I see when I respond to comments. Like you can see, I see this person's name, and then I can hover over and I can see if they are publicly subscribed. So those of you little silly rapscallions that aren't subscribed, guess what I can see? You know what I see? I see nothing. I look and I go, person's commenting. There's no subscription. I'm just kidding. That's not what I think. Just ate a cattail accidentally. What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, there she is. So this is what I see. We can start going through these here with the cat. You just gonna sit on my knee? All right, I'm gonna be typing here, so don't hate me if my knee moves. All right, so this is also cool too because we can answer questions that get brought up. So I hope you guys like the intro jokes too, because they are a little silly. So Gamble God actually brings up a really interesting point. Once people realize $160 for 21k crowns is terrible to make gold when you could just buy 11 to 12 mil for that price instead of 2.1 mil of selling crowns. So those of you who do not know what he is referencing is that people sell gold for US dollars and you can buy it, and on consoles such as Xbox, PlayStation, it's actually much more profitable to do that than it is to sell crowns. And unfortunately, Root, I actually cannot, I can't get a dog. My apartment doesn't allow them. And I only got this cat because somebody's grandmother tried to murder their grandchild, and I ended up with a cat. So, I mean, the story is also wild, so I have to. Yeah, these are all good points. And I always usually heart every comment, too, even the ones that get flagged. Intro jokes are great. Thank you. Having the rad picker is great for when farming sets. From my sticker book, you can go into public dungeons. Every 2 to 3 bosses, pull out the stuff, destroy that stuff. It is true. So in this video where I talked about the houses, I kind of made the point that the rag picker was okay. This person brings up a good utilization for it, especially if you don't have a maxed out crafter. That is a great usage for it. And this person is actually saying the Snug Pod house. It's 40k gold and provides easy access to refuge, undaunted enclave, and a decent crafting area for both writs and master writ turn-in. So see, they have enough space in there to put their storage chests, bankers, armory stations, yada yada. So it's a good comment right there. And this person says that this was talking about which sets to combine. And I mentioned in the comments, put which sets you like to use. And they like Stygian and Archer's Mind. Gives you crit damage and weapon damage and stealth and out of stealth. They're a great combo. It's a good comment. Why do Night Blades like medium armor? It's because they like to hide. I come for the corny jokes. I stay for whatever the rest of the show about. Yeah, it was super interesting. So this video right here, I don't know how much you guys can actually see of this. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to move. Woo! And so this video right here, the housing one, was not a topic that I think would do very well. So I was pleasantly surprised at how many people were interested in that topic. How do I acquire the Vant feed thing? It is a crown store item, Root. Unfortunately. So the toaster in your bathtub says, I've thought about returning, haven't played for 2 or 3 months. I need an MMO itch and I can't really find one I vibe with lately. We'll say, ESO. Let me put this on my lap here so I don't have to. So is the perfect MMO to drop in and out of. You are never truly behind, and there's so much content to get into. Even if you don't have ESO Plus or any expansions, it's worth a try to see if you like it. Boom. You guys see this? This next comment opens with longtime viewer, yes, haven't subscribed. Who opens with this? This is a terrible opening. Never open like that. But they say, anyways, got a couple video ideas I actually need help with. Maybe this is the test. Maybe if I make these video ads, they'll subscribe to me. When is the best time to use Crafting Rich? Got a bunch of those bad boys and my inventory is suffering. So the answer to this question is actually relatively simple. During the Zenthar event. So we're going to start by answering this. First one. During the Zenthar event, as you get an extra reward box. We'll throw a little smiley face on there. What's your take on Plague Break, Vicious Death Bomber build? Can you give me some pointers? I went with that combination and can't seem to get either to proc on the Imperial City / Cyrodiil. I do fine in PvP, as in BGs, just to get the extra kick on Zergs, because I, for one, I'm tired of getting Dark Convergence and one-shot by AD and those other Ebony Fs. I'm also DC all the way. See, he's DC'd. He's not subscribed. This just hurts me more than anything else. So, brings up an interesting point. Now, I personally do not like to play bomber builds. I feel like they're very finicky, and I just like things that are more versatile, personally. But if you had to use a bomber, the problem is that Vicious Death and Plague Break don't always necessarily proc together. Is the big problem. Problem is Plague, well, like I just said, don't always proc well together. Sometimes can be better with PD, especially in larger groups with lower CP. A little upset though if you're watching this situation. You're literally DC, you're not subscribed. It's so hurtful. This guy asks, how do I have so many subscribers? The answer is actually relatively simple. I eat my vegetables. You're going to find out that I'm completely illiterate when it comes to spelling. Jake, what do you mean people can't afford a house? You get one free in every region. Maybe do a video on top 3 story houses. That's a good point. Good. Well, there's no I in good. Ray asks, what happens to your stuff if you miss an ESO Plus payment? So what stuff are you referring to? If you're referring to what Pony had asked about the craft bag, or kind of like the craft bag in general, basically if you have stuff in the craft bag, you can take it out, but you can't add new items into the craft bag. But you still get everything else. Also, too, so if you have, so if they have a little heart next to their names, that means that I like their comments often. Have you ever thought about getting an education and maybe in the future a real job? Interesting. I don't think anyone thinks that I. It says, no, I read the comment right. How do I have so much gold? Yeah. I eat my vegetables. That was the answer. That's what I wanted to give. I stand by that statement. You ever thought about getting an education and a real job? But I love ESO. Smiley face. I mean, you know, It'd be kind of incredible if I could, if I was an ESO streamer full time. I don't necessarily think that I would ever do that because then I'm at the will of ZeniMax, and you kind of have to really rely on your community a whole lot in ways that I don't think is necessarily fair to anyone. Um, you know, that's why it's just better to just have a job. That way you can use this as a passion project because then you also love to play ESO versus if you're playing ESO as your job, well, it's your job. People don't like working. That's stupid. Who wants to go to work even if your job is playing? You got $1 million in an hour. That's a good one. Random comment. Love you, Shane. Jason said, with the constant bombardment of uber cringe dad jokes, I have found no choice but to minimize your window in future. I'm leaving a comment. See, this is what I need. Great advice. I'm still confused. Are some motifs crafting only, or are some put into outfit stations? Those style pages and motifs both appear in the outfit station. Boom. See? This is what I do, sometimes when I'm bored at work. I think I'm farming for a house now. See, boom. Have you ever thought about going on stage as a comedian? Definitely not. That would probably go horribly. I could definitely use the armory on the go. I swap constantly. Here's some extra tips to make the best of the armory. Low in skill to be a crafter. Always spec. See, that's a great point. And you can save your vampirism and werewolf. Another great point. Jake, I didn't know you were in my guild. You talk every so often, I promise. Why would you not want to bite around in the open world? You could do everything in your house except repair the armor you're wearing. Oddly, that is correct. Unless you have repair kits. This has to be the best fucking video I've seen so far on ESO. Thank you. And if you're wondering what video this was on, it was on the ESO, How to Farm Transmutes Effectively. Boom. Somebody says histories. Amen. Another great informative video. Thank you. Morning, Jake. You mentioned having a house is a free warp. I haven't paid to warp to a way shrine for a very long time. Purchasing the Sugar Bowl house in Rimmon for 3,000 gold more than elsewhere is the way forward. Warp there for free. And the way shrine is right outside the front door. This method saves you a lot of gold over time. Boom. And then the response to that, another boom. Good points. Good tips. Very first house I built was a full-blown courthouse of Nocturnal, complete with a district attorney and execution chamber. We had a divorce case go down once, so we had to sentence the ex-wife to sexecution, and now I'm a Daedric lawyer. You should host a housing competition someday. I'll partake. I actually am hosting a housing competition someday, and honestly, I am both of these comment responses where one person said, I would enter too. I'm very passionate about my house. And the other person just says, what? But I am both of those comment responses. Rhinestone just says Eevee, as always, in every video. I was wondering if you could make a video on how to get the blood found in furnishing. That would be dope. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. Oh, I meant that's not a thumbs up. I'll give you a thumbs up and a heart. Boom. But unfortunately, it is actually just a crown item. It is just a item. Great tip on the vampire well thrall. Just learned about the ethereal well. Wondered how people always turn into battlegrounds dungeons with full ultimate. Thanks, Jake. Anytime. Meow. Thanks for the great vid. I get all my houses I can used as TP points. Yep, that's a great way to use them. And some chests, shared character stuff, companion gear. All my characters can go get food and go get lockpicks. Go whatever else they need. Yep. Point Bert. Punchline wasn't economies. Economies of scale, thumbs down. Later this year, ZOS is going to be introducing a new attunable station that can hold all the sets, so people won't have to have tons of stations in their house any longer. This is all true. They talked about that at their little get-together thingamabob that we all had in Vegas. Root Problems asks, so, when it's free ESO Plus week, dump all the furniture you might need while it's double housing inventory, and it will stay that way. Just don't remove it, and also put all your stuff into your craft bag. I have not visited your crib yet. I will get on that. Yep. Snugpod says, Gratwood, Elden Root, Home for the Wind, a crossroad for the pillaging pilferer, stables, thieves, den, undaunted, everything. Thanks for the great video, mate. Yep, and that is a good house to utilize for a way shrine. My cat is now standing in front of my comments. Can't read when you're standing in front of them. Little silly goose. Oops, well, I have the Sweetwater, Cascade, and Blackwood as my primary, but I like your Panther Fang setup. Any ideas when it will be available for purchase again? Unfortunately, that's something I'm not sure. Not sure. The rotation for houses is extremely random. These jokes are perfect for Jake. Thank you. Amazing Guild House. My respect. Don't think the storage boxes can be free storage. They do cost a bit. That's a fair point. I mean, you do have to buy them with stuff and things. I'm kind of new. How do I get treasure maps? You don't. They find you. And lots of them will find you. Why did the ESO player buy a small cozy house instead of a grand mansion? Because they wanted to avoid the overwhelming responsibility of maintaining an estate and preferred a no room for dragon approach to home ownership. There's your heart. Housing system doesn't seem to exist to me. I just use other people's statistics. Very well, very fair. Here's something I wanted to address. So this person says, Jake, what's going on YouTube? Me, Monkey, Sony, Walkman theme. More so, my question is every video I open with, what's going on YouTube? But how many comments do you see in this comment section where people are telling me how they are? Do you notice this? I sit and I ask how people are, and yet they never answer. You see this? This person said unsub for that joke, but then they said just kidding down below. But do you notice that there is a disturbing lack of people answering the question that I open with every single YouTube video? Do you guys notice this? Wait, they have a keep that changes for alliances. Does that happen on PC? I'm actually not sure if they do or don't. That joke was epic, as they all are my intros now. This one finds your Khajiit pun to be on level with Abner Tharn's taste. You're also running out of zooming down room. I hate the mount system in ESO. In my opinion, I would like to see a more farmable mounts like the Dwarven Ebon Wolf, putting in the work for a nice reward. I 100% agree with this sentiment. Been spending all my tickets on previous year stuff? Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. Guys got 11 million gold on just one character, and I'm proud of almost 3 mil. I finally got my second Legion chest, which I'm super happy about. Well, Moody, you never have to compare yourself to others. There's people who've got, 50, 60 million gold out there, and I'm not like, oh, I wish I had that much on me. Just be what, it's all about you. I don't mind if a bot is making everything cheaper if it's actually affordable. This is actually a really interesting point because botting is very bad on console. There's pros and cons because how do I want to say this? Because raw materials are an easy gold farm for new players that is essentially being taken from them, and it kind of creates a bottleneck in the economy, because the developers have basically said, like, yeah, we would like new players to have an easy gold method, and that was picking up raw materials. How do you get the blood fountain furnishing? It is in the crown store. There's a lot of people that ask that, and I feel bad that I feel like I did that. Did you Google that paper? What paper? Branch. How can you profit off them when there's no good way to make fast gold? I've never had more than 100K. This is one of those comments that it's very hard to suggest gold methods. So I'm just going to ask, what console and level are you? Then I can give more specific tips on how to have, a good amount of gold. This is the solitude pun. Bro, I got all my characters vampires, but this blood mist changes the worst shit that's ever happened to me. I took a break in December, but this change is a effing joke. I just stopped after seeing this from a 2000 CP vampire player. This change is finally getting me to quit ESO. No one asked for this trash. The morph, though, I believe, is very similar to the original. Did you see that? Hopefully they will not be too upset. Let's somebody's telling about selling Hajaku. So I would always say, though, if you're looking to sell Hajaku, you should combine it with a Kudo. You'll make way much more money. I equate this, so when people talk about selling things like Hajaku runes individually, I equate it to selling a cake. Would you make more money as a baker selling flour, eggs, butter, sugar separately, or would you be able to make more money if you sold a finished cake? So that's where I think that it's better to always sell the most finished product, and for Hajaku runes, that's combining them with a Kuda. Did you find that Did you Google that paper? Oh, the thing that you sent me. I have to take a look at it. Branch. I haven't checked it out yet. I'm actually just now even getting on ESO for tonight, which is sad because I got home at like 7:30, finishing work. This is what I wore to work today. I don't naturally dress like this when I'm not working, so I still have to do my dailies and stuff. But I wanted to make sure I was able to stream for a little bit. Wanted to answer some questions, kind of go through some comments with you guys. So that's what we're doing right now. Working on the new Indrik right now, but might buy some bags of glory after this. Need to go after the stupid dogs at a trader in the meantime, I guess. Thanks for the tips. Anytime. About to start the Master Angler as a solo player. In that case, the fish pole and the 2 CP saltables are the best way to do it. Yes. Good luck, because I started to do the Master Fisherman achievement, and I wanted to blow my brains out. I also hope that you two are having a good night back with Jedi. As always, some good info here. Boom. Thank you, Douglas. I feel like the drop rates are pretty terrible. I spent a lot of time in the Imperial City and acquired 2 Gloam's Edge, for more bosses. I bought the chest and lation of the event merchant, so thinking it'd be a rough farm. For those new to the Imperial City, when you get 3 to 4 Telvar, leave, go to the bank where you can deposit it. You'll get a 50% loss if you die. I think I have it somewhere, Branch Core, but I'm pretty sure my dum-dum self put it in a box. That's the problem. Imperial City has been interesting, but as a new Daggerfall Covenant Xbox player, I haven't been killing the world bosses. I would just die instantly there, or if my faction controls the zone, the boss dies before I can get there. Deal damage on it. Seems like AD and EP have been more organized in the Imperial City. Only killed 1 or 2 bosses and didn't get the Gloom page. It's been loving Cyrodiil, though. Well, that's good. It's always a crapshoot as to how well you're doing in those campaigns. Well, I should sell all my extra bones. It's a good point. That's thinking like the Jake Clips economic side. I spent all mine on veteran Blags of Glory so far. There you go. Great video, great explanation. Thank you. I'm downloading the game right now. Super excited to come back after 5 years, says Tim. Well, I will tell Tim, welcome back. Because you know what? Welcome back, Tim. Got a question for you. I'm a console player right now on Xbox, and I have an old PC that I'm thinking about upgrading it to a PC, a gaming PC. Can I play the same ESO characters? Unfortunately, can't. Oh, that's a sad answer. I always like when I can give people a happy answer. Can't cross transfer. Jake Clips, hello, love your videos. I've seen some 3-piece item sets, but never tried to build around these sets. Is there any way of making them good? Yeah. I would build around the marking ring, honestly. The goal. Why do I keep getting the dog bones reward if I already have the pet? Root, do you have all 3? Like there's the Breton one, the Elven one, and the Ebonheart Pact one? I have a lot of fun tanking in PvP, but I'm absolutely horrible. DPSing this event has been rough. This is a very tanky meta too, though, is the other problem with that. This is terribly disappointing. In any other MMO, every raid would have a mount drop. This is talking about the video I made about all the free unlockable ones. Yeah, I agree. Opening comedy gold. There we go. That's what I like to see. In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog, a land of gray crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. Then there was fire, and with the fire came disparity, heat and cold, life and death, and of course light and dark. I feel like I should know where that comes from, but I don't. Post outro scene. There we go. Dude, you need to do a montage of all your jokes. I love them. Thank you. I've been spending all my event tickets and veteran bags. I've had great rewards, emote, shield designs, and all sorts. I guess I'll have enough Indrakes. Yeah, I don't like the Indrake mount. I don't know. No, I won't get duplicates from Bag or Gore. I might just give them a shot before knowing this. I wasn't super interested. See, I always try to see if I could spark the fire under some people when it comes to motivating them to do some stuff. I saw the Volon drone in your house, says Rambo. What's an easy way to kill someone that has it? Because trying to beat someone to this spawn randomly sucks. Mages, Fury, execute them. Even if they're full health, Rambo, the tip that I would give you is that everyone else and their mom is going to try to kill them. So as long as you are in the final blows, you might get the credit and you might get the achievement. I don't know how exactly the achievement is scored, if you need to be the one that actually kills them, or if you just need to have contributed enough to their death, but executing is the way to go. It sounds stupid, but it's the way to do it. Up to 1.665 million Televar. Guess who? Almost done collecting all the yesteryear motifs as well. Good job, Jerry. I broke down and got the PlayStation deal with the glowing elk mount. I love it. It's a good deal. Is it Brazil itself worth a significant amount? Fortunately, not really. It's really just the actual motive. And honestly, I don't even know necessarily why it's worth so much. S-tier dad joke, thank you. Nothing really cool at the event center. They should start selling furnishings or other stuff. Well, I mean, it depends. Everyone, I feel like, likes different types of things. This person says, I'm still trying to collect all the Indrake skins. GG, Clipswell. Indrake is also an option if you don't know what to spend your tickets on. True. Did this last night because I'm pretty sure the Gloam looks lame. And then he turned it around and said, oh, never mind, it's somebody else with the same color name. It says it's actually pretty clean. I do like the helmet. I don't know about the other pieces personally. Love the dad jokes. Thank you. Jake Dude, help another Jake get to 1 million gold. I'm about to 500k now, selling wood sugar skulls that I farmed to make them as cheap as possible. when I made a batch. I've never had 1 million gold bank. I was wondering if there's a very specific overland set I should farm. I wouldn't suggest just one. I'd farm, honestly, 3 to 4 zones a few times a day just to have an array. Some good zones, though, would be Barden, Fell, Rothgar, Blackwood, the Reach. Like that. I think that's probably the best way to get a wide assortment of things to sell. This is another comment. This person says I should have ChatGPT write my intros. That's probably would make them better. Love the torch. Heard that was a personality. Does that come around every year? Not every year, but usually bi-yearly, I think. I think it comes bi-yearly, but I don't know. I've never really seen anyone else use it. Oh, where is the Impreza? You never said, but somebody answers for me below. Thumbs up, thank you. Kind of missed the Hunting's Rage Day. Just felt like everyone died easily. The whole bruiser meta is beyond annoying. Yeah, there's a lot of annoyance in that. People are either built to one-shot people or to take a beaten. I didn't know they had Laffy Taffy jokes about ESO. That's where you got them from. Thanks, Danny. Oh, first comment on a video. Thank you for commenting. And you made it into a video. And it will a live stream, technically. The ESO dad jokes. Love the start. Dunmer. Might still with the Sai Sahan style page. You can buy it from others, usually decently, affordably. This person says, we got a whole bunch of remember that Zanil is not only in Cold Harbor, but in Beltkarth in Craglorn. It's true. Any idea when Panther Fang will be back in the Crown Store? I honestly do not know, but hopefully it's not too long. Seriously, there's a terrier for each alliance. Tell the devs to give us a real dog, Jake. Hey, listen, I hate combat pets. This person wanted a video and a live stream one day. Whew. That'd be killing me. Couldn't figure out AP train. Quagmire is empty on PC. I don't know if they actually do it on PC. How do you get that outfit on the left? I believe that is a Battlegrounds style. I believe. I have liked and subscribed, so I hope your cat is purring with enthusiasm. She's not even over here, unfortunately. Maybe during. Spent too much time talking. Oh, there's the guy that had to approve the comment. I'll give him a heart. What is the conversion rate for AP to gold? Now, on console, I can answer that pretty confidently. About 2 AP to 1 gold. If you enjoy... Well, if you're okay with selling in bulk, that's probably the best way to do it. How much can I sell a deadly amulet for? See, these are questions, unfortunately, I have to say. Which console? I get that quite a bit. Didn't even go to the vendor in game yesterday. Waited. Thanks for the comment. After 3 months, I hit CP 20 with casual play. There you go. And once you hit the 160, I mean, you're really at the end of the game. Dep Rider, much easier to get than the sets that you mentioned and gives you greater expedition while on foot. To be fair, when I made this video, a Dep Rider, I believe, was different. Did you or any of the commenters realize there's a daily limit to the quests you can do during the event? I did not. For context, I just don't normally PvP. However, since there's a potential event with UC Wars, I've made the event. I did the Fighter Skill quest and the City quest in advance for 1 ticket, and do the same in the reserve the next day. Then go crazy quest crazy in Cyrodiil. Today was a good day to do. The enemy faction told it down. I got to their corner, and I think I did about 30 quests today. Not upset, just curious because I've seen nothing about it. Yeah, there is actually a daily limit to how many daily quests you can do inside of Cyrodiil. So we'll heart all of these. And it is Streak, Link, Hello Port. I do not. Do I have a schedule? I am working on creating a schedule, though, to show when I am live streaming. Deadly Strike is going to be worth a lot when the Arcanist class drops. 100%. 100%. Farm transmute crystals, make 5 level 10 characters, and do random dungeons with these 50 transmutes per day. Once they get to 25, delete and repeat. How to reach level 10 without even trying. Use the map and beam me up to visit all the places you can. You'll be level 10 before you can visit them all, or you can reach 6 and start doing crafting quests. It's a good suggestion. I like that. Thank you for your recommendation. I'm going to try the castle rotation. Just don't want to say it. I'm going to jump it on the train. Sounds like something a swinger would say. Lots of great information here, especially people from like myself who are not a PvPer or are very much a PvEer, excuse me, but dipping their toes into PvP a little more thanks to a couple of very noob-friendly builds where I ain't dying every second. Good. I love BGs and Cyrodiil. I'm a little intimidated by the Imperial City. I've noticed that a lot. Do you guys feel the same way about Imperial City? Do you guys just feel like the Imperial City is just too I don't know. What do you guys think about the Imperial City? Do you like it? Hate it? What are your thoughts about it? I play the sword. Is there any other skill to proc stuns constantly besides wall? That's a good question. Let me think about that. Hang on. Woo. Because it's not always about proccing it. It's about proccing it decently. Yeah, I think that's got to be really one of the only ways. I'm trying to think if there's any morphs to certain abilities as a sorcerer that off balances enemies. I don't know if there is. I mean, there's weapon lines that do it, but I don't know if there's another good way to do that. Why did the Breton mage refuse to duel the Orc warrior? Because he didn't want to spell it out for him. Everyone is going to be in the new map and the world's going to be empty for a bit in 76. You mean like when everyone goes to like Apothecary? Ride the AP train. The best AP is killing kids if you're not bad. Oh, good way to make AP. One of my favorite ways to spend AP is on Rallying Cry from the Vardenfell Fender. I turned in 1 million AP and ended up with 8 million profit after the sales. Yeah, the Rallying Cry set is pretty goated. Dude, Mayhem is coming. Great video. All you need is Rallying Cry with Wretched Vitality. If you use arena weapons and mythicals, then you can use a one-piece monster set. Or if you really want to use a monster set, then drop the mythical arena weapon. It's so stat strong. It is ridiculous. I hate PvP with a fury of 1,000 supernovas. I have lost guilds in other games because of PvP. I even had a guy leave his home in Kansas, headed to a guildie's home in Utah to kill him. Colorado Highway Patrol luckily caught him a few miles from the Utah state line. This is not a joke. Seems like that everyone puts such a huge emphasis on PvP and ESO for me to continue playing since I will not be playing PvP. Any reason for me to... did not mean to do that. I would say that ESO values the play anyway you want to play. So there isn't a need to play any type of content you don't want to. For example, used to do trials a lot, but now I focus on other types of content, and there's no negative downsides to be ignoring EBE content. I think that's fair. I'm going to tell you that most of your links don't work. Yeah, I did notice that. I have to fix those at some point. I'm going to switch us back here. That is in the history. Whoop. Tab inside your guild. Right. Whew. I'm going to switch us back here because I can only read so many comments. Oh, it hurts my back. I'll be able to go farm rare materials in great spots because everyone else will be doing Arcana stuff. I think, yeah, I mean, honestly, too, Branch, you might be able to do that right now because a lot of people are here in Cyrodiil or the Imperial City. I think if yesterday me was smart, he has a quest to turn in Cyrodiil already. Aha! See, this is future, or this was yesterday me doing multiple quests so that today me, who knew I had to work late, that's Imperial City, not Cyrodiil. Today me wouldn't want to have to, oh my gosh, look at Raven Watch, we're being overrun. Wouldn't have to go do a quest. What does Lord Dagoth call an Argonian single family dwelling? Tool shed. Oh no. Our joke's gonna get me put on some lists. Reading hurts my back too because it wasn't big enough to read. Look, guys, I can only make things so big, alright? You guys just I read it out loud, you know, I was saying, you know, hey guys, this is what it says. This is what these, you know, mean comments say. I only cry a little bit on the inside. Oh, look at that. There's my event tickets. Woo! I don't necessarily plan to stream for a super long night or time tonight because I have to unfortunately work early tomorrow. Is there any other questions or anything that you guys have before I turn you guys loose here? Any other questions, comments, or ideas? Suggestions. Tomorrow, obviously, will be the Golden Vendor video. So then after that, Saturday and Sunday will either be a live stream and a video. We'll have to kind of see. Hopefully they enable Twitch drops. That way I can use my beautiful thumbnail that I made that doesn't even work because they don't have Twitch drops enabled. So that'll be a whole thing. So what other ideas, suggestions do you have? I will turn us here to the ending scene. I apologize I couldn't be here with you guys for a little bit longer, but fortunately I'm going to have to get ready to go to bed here, unfortunately. Hey, y'all, be safe. Jake, keep doing you. I'm going to keep pushing your videos in my guilds. Thank you, Root Problems. Thank you, says Sizzlehoff. PL says night. It's good to see you guys all again. Thank you, Stellar Lich. Good to see you again. Bye-bye, Peanut Butter Burrito. Hope this video was insightful, at least. And we'll probably stream some PvP next time, so we'll probably do some Cyrodiil, maybe some Imperial Citying, World Boss farming. We'll see. When are you switching to PS5? Just got mine yesterday. The machine is amazing. Unfortunately, I own an Xbox Series X, so it's not looking good for me to switch over, unfortunately. Ooh, PvP. Yeah, if you didn't see the stream yesterday, we actually crowned an emperor yesterday, and we deposed the Elven Emperor in a campaign, all in one fell swoop. Thank you for the follow, Agent Orange 2656. Bye, Branch. Good to see you. See you again tomorrow. Have a good night, Sin. Yeah, if you're interested, that was a great stream. This was much more of a I'm sad after work. Let me boot up the stream, talk to the fellas, and that'll boost the old mood. I helped. That is true. You did help. I remember. And our sacrifices will go down in the history books because we crowned that emperor. And this is exactly how the campaign looks right now. So, oh, you guys can't actually see the campaign. Let me switch you back so you can see the campaign. The campaign that we crowned the emperor in is not looking good, but that's all right because you know what? The weekend is a new night. We're gonna retake that. We're gonna retake that spot. We are going to get our Daggerfall Covenant back in numero uno. So that'll be the stream for Saturday and/or Sunday. So I hope to see you guys then. Don't worry. Don't worry, Amanda. I know. Don't worry. Listen. I see you guys a lot. I've all you guys memorized. Everyone that's ever mentioned anything. What's it called? Any of you that ever comment, I know all of you by heart. When are you getting merch? I actually have merchandise. You can see it on my YouTube page, Nerd Bomber, if you're interested. I actually have stickers, a shirt, a mug, a couple other things. It's weird because one person said, hey, I'd like a Jake Clip shirt. And I was like, yeah, I'll open a store just because I'm like, yeah, this one person will want it, so it's worth it. So if you're interested, there is a store on my YouTube page if you're interested. Enjoy your box of goodies. Hisselhoff, we talked about it earlier. I don't know if I want to open it on stream. Maybe I'll show it off on stream. We'll see. I have the box. It's sitting about 5 feet away from me. Evie sniffed it a lot, so she knows. But dear friends, that is going to wrap up the video. If you guys have any other lingering questions, always put them in the comments below because you can see that I literally go through all of them. By the end of every month, every single comment has been read and either mentally and or physically responded to. So if you need, I'm trying to see how you can see the, if you're on mobile, what you have to do to see the merch store is you go to the actual page and then you'll see like videos, shorts, live playlist, community membership, and then there's store. You can see my No Non-Combat Pets No Peace shirt that I made for somebody. And then if you click into there and then you go into it, you should be able to see all the other stuff. If you go to the Spread Shop store, Spread Shop is just like something that allows content creators to put logos on things relatively easily. Although I cannot find the one where I have just my a sticker. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So there's other stuff there too, but it was really just more of a passion project than a serious endeavor to make those things. So feel free, but yeah, it's the Spread Shop store. But that's gonna be the end of the old video. Thank you guys.